Oh no, I stepped in shit. The problem with turning anything into a movie, whether it be a book, a TV show, or some kind of video game, is that you're trying to fit hours worth of other stuff, whether it be filler or just important things, down into a hour and a half to 2.5 hour spread. And that is ridiculously impossible in some cases, which is why I'm somewhat okay with turning things like The Last of Us into a TV show. I'd rather they did that than turn it into a movie and ruin it by trying to fit it all in there. That is a massive problem we saw with things like Avatar: The Last Airbender, for instance. Trying to fit an entire season's worth of things into about a 2-hour movie doesn't really work because you leave massive things out, you take massive jumps, you have to rearrange the plot quite a bit. Can this be done? Theoretically, yes. Have I seen this been done right? No, not really. In my opinion, there are only 2 good examples of how to do a live-action movie from an anime. Netflix's Death Note.
What did he say?
Now, seriously, hear me out. This movie is atrocious. It's awful, and I truly wish it the worst. I hope it's forgotten throughout human history. But regardless, it's not a fundamentally bad film if you look at it from a completely different perspective. If you look at it as if you've never heard of Death Note before and you just find this edgy show about teenagers, it's cool. Also, it has Willem Dafoe. The reason why I say this is because whereas they don't do the plot justice or any of the characters,
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Light turned into a depressed, emo, My Chemical Romance listener teenage boy. I don't even know what they did with him. Mikasa is just the manipulator of the show. She like switched roles with Light for some reason. And that's pretty much all I'll say, because I'm sure every single YouTuber on the planet ever has talked about this and has made fun of it, so if you really care that much, I'm sure you can hear one of them talk about it. A good example on how not to do this is the Attack on Titan movie. Again, fundamentally, in its own universe, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's the same problem that Death Note has, where they tried to cram all this stuff into a movie and it did not work. They cut it short with the ending. Instead of keeping it open for more movies, they just ended it and gave a weird explanation. In this one, they're like mutants for some reason. They're like some kind of chemical spill on Earth or something. I don't really remember. It was ages ago I watched it. And now for the only good one on the planet, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. I don't hear a lot of people talk about this, mainly because it's kind of obscure, and I think that's because it's okay. It didn't come out too long ago. I don't really remember when it came out, probably because I, a white American, wasn't the target audience, but regardless, I watched it and it was pretty alright. But here's what it did right. Now, the movie takes place over the first third of Diamond is Unbreakable, and they don't try and cram the entire part into one movie. They don't try and cram all the other parts of JoJo's into one movie. They simply take it in a bite-sized piece that you can come at from never seen JoJo's before. They have short, understandable, bite-sized recaps of everything that has happened to catch everybody up, but not in an overwhelming way. They have lots of Easter eggs and things to hint at other JoJo movies that never came out but still might and that fans can enjoy. They have plenty of things in there like good fights, that way anybody can enjoy it. And beyond that, they didn't try and force things. They didn't rush things. They took it at the pace of the manga and anime and they made it into a solid movie. And that's about it for this one. I'll see you.